Hello, hello. Welcome to the Lori Whitlock YouTube channel today. I have got an adorable set of mini albums that I am so excited to show you and teach you how to put together. The cutting files are available at shop.loriwhitlock.com and at the Silhouette Design Store. They may take a couple days longer to get to the Silhouette Design Store, but they will be releasing in my shop today. So I hope you love these as much as I do. They've been so fun to design and put together. But the thing that I love about them is you can see that there's extra space between the pages. So it gives you plenty of room to embellish each page however you would like. This has a hidden binding mechanism here for the binding edge, and I'm going to teach you how to put that together. The way that this hidden binding is put together is slightly different from my other hidden binding video that you'll find, because the front and the back are just the first and the last pages on the binding. We've also doubled all the pages so they're nice and thick. They're sturdy. I think you're going to absolutely love these mini albums. They're perfect for so many occasions. Cute shaped pages. You can mix and match paper. You can embellish with flowers or any sort of scrapbook embellishments. There's sticker sheets, ephemera sheets. I'm using Echo Park paper because I designed paper for them. The bases on these are made from 80-pound to 100-pound cardstock, and then the pattern paper on the top is 65-pound cardstock that's double-sided from Echo Park. So the double-sided cardstock makes it really fun because you can cut out the pages and mix and match those patterns, and they just make these little albums so incredibly cute. So let's get started putting these together. I hope that you enjoy these. Also inside the file I've given you a little library pocket. It's really simple to put together. You just fold it over and there's glue tabs on these two sides. Glue them down and there's a little insert that you can use. This just is an extra little embellishment bonus that you can use to put inside your mini albums if you'd like. I hope you have fun making these. I think that they're so much fun, and I think that they're a perfect little gift to give somebody, or just make a cute little mini album for your kids to remember a specific event or vacation that you've done with them. Mother's Day is coming up. Mother would absolutely adore a mini album filled with cute pictures, embellishments, a treasure, something they could stand up and sit by their bed or keep out as kind of a three-dimensional card or memory. I hope that you find a good use for these and that you have fun making them. Let's get started putting them together. So let's get started putting together our mini album. These are the pieces here in front of me. I've cut out all the pages and gone ahead and put covering panels on all of them. We've cut, let's see, one. Those are back to back. So there's two there. These are all back to back. 4, 6, 8, 10, and glued them back to back. Now you get to decide if you want to make them that thick or not. They're nice and sturdy. They aren't going to bend very much. They're kind of like cards or a chipboard thickness with 2 layers of the base pages. And we've kind of left them unglued here at the middle so that we can slip our binding in the middle. So like I said, we've gone ahead and glued those back to back, put on all the covering panels and gotten those ready for our album. This is our hidden binding mechanism and the covering panel for the outside of that binding edge, and the little decorative panel that goes over that. So you can kind of see that glues on the end there. So let's go ahead and start by putting our hidden binding piece together. We're just going to fold that back to back and then fold that forward. And you can see that that back to back, that's what we're going to glue our pages to. And then there's a tiny little space here, and then there's another back to back. So in between the large sections, you can fold those back. Okay, and then on the opposite, you can just fold those where they stick up, and then you're going to fold forward on the next one so that that little flat piece stays at the binding edge of our book. So, and we'll go, does that kind of make sense? You've got a little flat piece in between our pages. So let me get this one going the right way. It'll make more sense once I get it folded. So you fold those two forward and the binding pieces back. That gives you a little space for our binding. You can build your pages more three-dimensionally this way. That's the beauty of the hidden binding system. I'm gonna do a little bone fold creasing here. Okay, so you can see that I've got, this is a page and a space, and then another page and a space. Let me get a little more creasing here. That'll help this go into position a little better. Okay, that's kind of the whole thing laid flat. I'm gonna roll it the opposite way. I want everything to be creased really well. Okay, so now you can see we've got a page and a space, a page and a space, page and a space, and a page. And that's the way it's going to look. So we're going to put glue down in these valleys here and glue those together. And then across the back, you're going to see this nice flat piece that we're going to cover with this piece. So that kind of makes sense. And that forms the whole binding of our book. So taking a few minutes to get this perfect is going to be well worth your time, because then your book's going to lay nice and flat. So we're just going to put a little adhesive between these valleys here. Once you have some glue on that, then we can fold up everything and let it dry. Okay, and then I just want to make sure each section gets glued nicely. So either use a bone folder or maybe a little spatula. Just go across each section, make sure it's tight. If anything seems loose, add a little more glue. You can kind of push them each direction. That way they don't get trained to go just one direction. You want them to be flexible so they can go either direction. Looks like those are gluing together nicely. So we might just let that glue dry for a couple minutes. And while that's drying, I'm just going to push it all to one side. We're going to put on our covering panel. Our covering panel is going to go right across here. It looks like I need to adjust that file just a tiny bit before I upload it. I'm going to take 1 millimeter or so off of that, because we just want it to cover those panels perfectly. And it looks like it's ever so slightly too wide. So what we'll do, and if yours ends up being a little too wide when you put it on, just get your scissor ready and cut off the extra, but I will trim the file down a little bit. I think it's easiest to put this little covering panel on right now rather than after the book is put together, because you have the advantage of the table to help you put some pressure on this. So I'm just gonna kind of line that right up along that edge and just kind of check everything, make sure it's covering. Oopsie, it's a little challenging here. Maybe give it a little extra coverage on that one side. And then again, we're just gonna press, press, press. Make sure we get this to stick really well. And I'm gonna even roll it the opposite way and do the same thing, because I want everything to lay perfectly. Maybe what I'll do is kind of lay it out flat. I just want the middle area to stick really well. So by the time you're done with this, oopsie, we're having a little trouble with that sticking. I'm going to have to be patient and let it dry. what I'll do is put my bone folder down in between the pages. Every time I turn the pages one way or the other, it kind of wants to pull up in the middle. That's kind of the problem I'm having. So just, you can see I have a little extra here. I'm going to cut that off. Make sure my other side has got coverage. Yep, that looks good. You can see how hard this might be to glue on after you've put your book together. So just make sure you do that before. And then while I'm here, we'll go ahead and put the covering panel on. Should be about 1/8 of an inch gap all the way around. Oh, actually on this one, I've got it lining up right through the middle to continue that camera on. So let's just actually line this up. Make sure you line it up with that. On the other ones, I did leave 1/8 of an inch all the way around. But on this one, I actually have it kind of matching up where the camera line is on the front of the book. So let me just show you that. On these, there's a little gap around the edges. So you just center it. The camera is the only one that's a little bit different. And you might want to cut this edge out of something that matches the front so it continues around. Totally up to you. You can get creative however you want your book to look. Now, I am going to trim this off just a little bit down the side. I will adjust the file before I give it to you, so you don't have to do that. Looks like about 1 millimeter I've trimmed off, so I'll trim that off. And remember, once you put your pages on, it's going to take a little more space there because it's going to glue on either side of that. So it will kind of need a little extra, so don't trim too much off. Okay, it seems like our binding's pretty well dried. So I'm going to take my first page. Like I said, I've got this black piece of cardstock and this yellow piece of cardstock and a gap in between. And we're going to slide our first binding page in between there and glue that in place. Look how cute that is. And I'm going to flip this binding over so that it matches up with my lines that I just, there we go. See how the camera continues around the corner, that covering panel. So I'm just going to take some tape runner to make it easy and put that down my binding edge and the back side of it, which is going to be a little more difficult. I don't want it to stick to the table. And I'm going to slide it in between that cardstock. And this is a good time to use the spatula if you need to get in between there. If you want to glue yours together like I did, or you can just glue them on front and then back. It's up to you. Okay, and once you have it lined up the way you want it, just go ahead and press that down really good. And that first page is connected to your book. Make sure you've pushed it in as far as you want. I would kind of like to push mine in just a little more, but I just gave it a good firm press, so I don't know if I'm going to get back in there or not. Let's see. Gotta loosen it on the back side too. So just so you can see, you know, if you don't get it in the perfect spot, you can always loosen things up and scooch it around. Okay, starting over one more time. Okay, I'm just kind of closing the book so I can make sure there's not a big gap there. That's what I wanted to get rid of. Okay, now I'm ready to press that in. Okay, now we'll go to page 2. You have your next tab, and you've got 4 more. So we'll just go to our second tab, open that up a little bit so we can slide our tab in there. And I've got to put some adhesive here. So let's do this. Okay. See, it's a little challenging to put adhesive on 2 sides of this tab. You might prefer using liquid adhesive here. Oh goodness, that one even sticking a little and tore. Okay. Or just hold it up away from the table as you do this. Or grab your liquid adhesive. That area doesn't want to take adhesive now, so I'm just going to put some liquid right there. Take my end that's opened up here, and you just want to make sure you line it up in the same position as your first page. So pushing it all the way in, making sure your pages line up. And once you have it where you want it, you can give it a good press. Okay, on to the next one. And get rid of that extra paper there. I'm going to do adhesive on one side. And I'm going to do liquid on the other because that was not fun. This might work better. Okay, and then just make sure your page is oriented the right way and glue that one on. Okay, and then give that a good press. And on to the next one. I'll do that again. I liked how that worked. Just run adhesive down one side and liquid glue on the other side. It's the trickiest part here, just getting it in between those layers. Push it all the way to the base. Give it a good press. And then the back of our camera looks like this. Look how fun this would be for like a Disney themed vacation or something. These cute red, white, black, blue colors. And yellow. And slip that last page on. Make sure everything's lined up. You want to stand up nicely. And that looks really, really good. The outside looks good. Give that a good press. And there you have it. You have got this adorable camera mini album. And you've got this extra space in between each of the pages, so you can build on layers and cute things. And in the file, I'm going to include for each of the files a little pocket page, so you can attach that inside the pages as desired. You could put little journaling prompts in here. You can embellish and decorate. There's lots and lots of scrapbook collections out there that would have really cute embellishments that you can add to these pages. So you can also embellish with other cut files that you find and put together. But look how fun these are. I just think they're so adorable. The telephone is so cute. You can put on different colors of pattern paper, build your pages however you want. I love the flower, it stands up, and look how fun these shaped pages are. And I tried to make this pocket so it would fit in all the albums, so you can kind of see how that fits inside. Really cute in the telephone, fits really cute inside this mason jar and in this bracket shaped album. The only one that it's a little tall for, and I think it looks really cute going sideways, is the camera. So, but you could scale that down a little bit. Just know you'd probably want to go about 90% or 85%, and you could get it a little bit shorter. Scale that down before you cut it. So I hope y'all love these shaped mini albums. I think I'm going to do some more. If you have any requests on shapes, please let me know. So watch for more of these coming out in the next couple of weeks. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I hope you have so much fun making mini albums. I think they would make an adorable Mother's Day gift coming up, a really cute graduation gift for somebody that's graduating. Put some high school memories in there, or make it into like more of an embellished card with memories and thoughts as somebody's graduating, even getting married. Look how fun it would be to do a little wedding mini album, or pictures inside a mini album. Just vary the paper to whatever theme you would like to have your mini album used for. You can embellish with the flowers I've provided you, or you can embellish with something completely different. I hope you love these. I hope you have fun making them, and I hope you have a wonderful day and that you get to do lots of crafting. We'll see y'all in another video. Bye-bye.